Do you want to know how amazing people connect? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie.
Thanks for connecting. And if you like what you hear, please share.
Special thank you to our sponsors of Marketing with Russ, Country Vitamins in Corvallis, Oregon, Davis Home Inspection, and Southpaw's Perfect Pizza in Albany, Oregon. For more information on Country Vitamins and their great array of vitamins, supplements, and more, go to countryvitamins.com. And for more information on Davis Home Inspection and their home inspection services, go to davis1.com. And finally, for the information about Southpaw's Perfect Pizza and their amazing pizza in Albany, Oregon, go to southpawspizza.com. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. So glad to see everybody here today, and I am ready for this Thursday. I don't know about you, but I am ready to go and excited for the day. And today I actually, shock of all shocks, slept in a little bit longer than normal. Normally I'm a 4 a.m. guy. Today it was like 5:30, so got up a little bit later. But I'm just excited for the new day, and I'm excited for you being here with us. It is an amazing, amazing opportunity today to do something new and amazing in your life and in my life. You know, we're in an abundant community in an abundant world, and God has created so much for us. As I adjust things here as we go. And I am so thankful for that abundance and the abundance of opportunity. So you should think about that. If you do not have a focused word for the year, something you might want to consider. My word for 23 was opportunity. My word for 24 is abundance. I know that's shocking to you since that's what I'm talking about, but I'm thinking about God's abundance and about all the great things out there for me to be able to be part of. And I want to move forward one step at a time and be part of that. And so thankful, so thankful. I want to give a special shout out and a special thank you to our sponsors today. Country Vitamins, Davis Home Inspection, and Southpaw's Pizza all have been longtime sponsors, and I'm so thankful for each one of them. But we could not do these amazing shows because they're amazing, because of the amazing friends and guests that I'm able to bring on to you. We couldn't do it without the support of others. So, I was reading this morning about unity, and it is so important. It says in God's word that a house divided cannot stand, right? So unity is so important as family and friends coming together, because we are definitely better together, right? Let's say that together, right, everybody? Better together. That's what we are, exactly. And so you need to be able to share out and be just cooperating and just working with other people. And so I think that is so amazing, the opportunity to do that. So today I just want to tell you a little bit about the show. If you're new to the show, this is all about how amazing people connect. marketing with Russ, and you say, marketing with Russ, what does marketing and connection have to do with each other? Well, just pretty much everything. Connection and community building, I believe, is the foundation for any good marketing plan, any good business. I think really any good life. And so I want to encourage you today to connect and build community. We're going to talk more about that in the marketing tip of the day, but that is what we're all about here. And I bring on amazing people who connect, like Dr. Nhu this morning, great friend, amazing connector. She's a coach. She's just out there helping so many people. International best-selling author. We actually were that together. And so just appreciate her. If you want to connect with me, and I would love to connect with you, you go to russhedge.com. Russhedge.com is the place for all of my information. Some people like to put a link tree together. Everything is right there. russhedge.com. Simple, easy. Remember my name and go to russhedge.com. You get all my links to my social media, my email, my phone number. You can even schedule time directly on my calendar to Zoom with me. And I would love to meet directly with you, connect with you, because, again, this year, I've hit it out of the park the last 2 years. My goal is to connect with at least 1,000 new people. And I've done that over the last 2 years, and I continue to grow and connect, build community with people. And that's what I'm all about. Also, please subscribe on YouTube. Love for you to be part of our YouTube community. We're growing that right now. And all you do is go to marketingwithruss.live. Go to marketingwithruss.live. It'll take you directly to my YouTube page. You can hit subscribe. You can open another window and do that right now. And that would be so amazing if you would do that. And please share this out. Share and tag your friends. Right now, everybody watching, share and tag with one person at least, or just share it on your social media. Let people know that Dr. Nhu's coming on. It's going to be exciting, and Marketing with Russ is here to brighten your day. So I would appreciate if you would do that. That'd be so great. Also, behind me, you see my book, Befuddled, Live the Life You Choose. So blessed and honored to be able to write that years ago during COVID to encourage and inspire you in all that you're doing. Also, was part of the collaborative book Rattled Awake and the collaborative book A Note to My Family, both of which Dr. Nhu and I had part of. We were on different volumes of Rattled Awake, but the same volume of A Note to My Family. And I'm so thankful for her and for all of you here today. Also, just wanted to let you know that we every week do a marketing tip of the week to help you in all that you're doing. That marketing tip of the week then becomes standalone, and we put it out on social media. So if you miss it today, or if you want other people to see my marketing tip of the day, you can check that out on social media. And last but not least, I have an amazing, I'm blessed to be able to put out a LinkedIn newsletter, and it is there to encourage and inspire you. And it's short and easy. I'd love for you to subscribe to that. And that would be so great. So I think that's enough information for today. But I want to tell you your marketing tip of the day. You ready? So this is your marketing tip of the day. Network and engage. That's it. Network and engage. What do I mean by that? You need to make it a goal to be out with people, whether you're online, whether you're out in the community. I personally think a combination of both is best. Join a networking group. Be part of networking groups that you already belong to, but you haven't been able to go to for a while. And engage. What does that mean? Show up and actually talk to people and actually get to know people and actually schedule time to see people after the networking event, to have coffee, lunch, whatever, or go by their office. Network and engage is the key to connection and community building and building an amazing business for you. By that, you will increase your number of customers. You will increase your profits. You will increase your business by networking and engaging. So that is your marketing tip of the day. All right. So I'm so thankful again that you're all here, and we're going to get Dr. Nhu in the room and get this show started. She's waiting, thinking, come on, Russ, let's get going. Here we go. Hey, Nhu.
Hey Russ, how are you today? Happy Thursday.
Happy
So,
Thursday. I am so much better since you're here. You got that big smile, and
oh,
I'm ready to go.
well, Likewise, I think when you see good in others, it's a reflection of you. It's truly it's an honor. I'm grateful and I'm blessed to be here, Russ. And I just saw and listened to your golden nuggets for the day, the marketing tips. Wow, if people are not really haven't really seen your shows and really stay tuned, you are really it's really get to know one another, right? That network, but it's not just there and then you engage, you get to know one another on a deeper level, not just on the surface. That's what he's talking about. And that is going further and above and beyond. And that is
Yeah.
what Russ would do when he's talking about marketing. What does that do? And so, wow, it's like that is right there. He's the man,
Well,
the marketing.
you said it. It's going deeper. It's going beyond I think that everybody needs to realize, and then we're going to back up and let you introduce yourself, but everybody needs to realize that connection goes well beyond, hi, Dr. Nhu, good to meet you. Have a good life. And then off you go, right? That is not connection. That is a contact, a greeting. And you need to go deeper than that. But we're going to get to that in just a moment. But first, Nhu, tell everybody, who is Dr. Nhu and what are you up to?
Wow. Thank you. I am really nobody, but I have a wonderful communities and network that I guess they think fondly of me to put on their show. So a little bit about me is I am in mindset and a mindfulness with a love to spread, not only a fulfillment and joy in whatever you do, whether it's scaling a business, whether it's a career, but it starts with us. And I'm here to empower those who are burnt out in the healthcare professionals to live not only thriving, but in a way that only make design a life by their own by having that fulfillment of living life with a purpose, because no matter if you're making lots of money, but if you're not fulfilled, you're not living life with purpose, you're not filling that other cup, that is where I think people will tap out and feel that void. And I think that is where I'm on a journey to help people who realize, let's reignite your purpose and let's revisit why we're in it in the first place, and let get you out of that, and why sometimes you don't want to see yourself in the mirror, but when you do, then you're like, oh, is it really me? So I'm just, I want to show people that adversity is your superpower and you can do anything even if you're lacking. And I don't have any special powers and I don't have anything, but I think people will tell you what you're about. And it's not about me, who I am, it's what people tells you, right? And I think
Right.
that is what you need to kind of be aware of, mindful of how what are you doing and how you're serving your people in your community, and your community will tell you what you're about.
That is so good. In fact, I love the reignite your purpose because there's so many people that say to me, "Oh yeah, well I mean, I have purpose." Well, what is it and are you living your purpose? Part of my whole rattled awake moment in the first series that you and I both did on different volumes, and that was I really living my purpose and what I really said? Kind of. It's not that I didn't authentically think that I was, and it's not that I didn't want to be doing that, but was I really doing it? And then when I had that whole cancer journey and experience where my mortality was thrust in front of me, I started thinking, yeah, I'm not really living my purpose. I'm not really living what I'm all about. And everybody out there, I want to tell you, listen to what Nhu is saying, because you need to reignite your purpose and you need to cherish every moment of your life and you need to move forward. We are truly better together. Come and collaborate with community and make amazing things happen, right, Nhu?
Yes, and for us, why we talk about communities and how things brought us together, right? We're part of
Yeah.
a collaborations that is not only the Rat Awake, a note, in different volumes and series, but and then a note to my family and different collaborations. But it's not just on the surface, like you said, why a lot of people don't really get to know one another. That is the piece that you build in community, and it's not just about what's in it for me, right? When you think on a deeper level, when if you know someone and say, "Oh, I know someone and I can refer you," but it's not incentivized that you need to do something for me to do that for you. No, that's the wrong way to look at it. And I think that's how a lot of people feel they're being pitchy, self slapping people because they're really coming from an angle it's not serving. You're not a part of community. You're just wanting something to grab out of the whatever it is you can want it and you leaving, right? You got what you need, and then you're gonna jump ship when things are hard times or whatever it is. But I truly think that that's why sometimes when we want to point the finger out on things that are right or wrong, we don't want to admit that we need to put a mirror in front of us. We need to have a self reflection on how we showing up, right? We got to take responsibility. And when we're part of an community, I feel it's an honor that we are part of, but we also have a duties that what are we doing to grow our community, right? Are we cherishing, are we nurturing our community, not just be a part of it and take advantage of the perks? I mean, that's how I look at community is like a family. So you got to nurture your relationship the same way. And I know everyone is busy. Everyone has a lot of busy life. We all wear multiple hats and we all have multifaceted different business going on, but I think at the end of the day, is when you show up as authentically you and what you're doing, your words and your action, everything aligns, people will pick up. And they will say, "Oh, I guess Russ did say that. And he did meant what he said. He didn't just fluff," right? When people talk
Right.
about it's literally you have to carry your action, it has to align. If it doesn't align, people will question that, right? They're like,
Yes.
something's not right. I understand maybe you're going through a tough time, but when tough time or things are the most difficult, that's when your true nature show up, right? So that
Oh my goodness. Amen to that. And what you said just a minute ago just ignited uh, thought in my head that's exactly along the lines of what you're saying. When it comes to sales and marketing, and when it comes to relationships, and when it comes to community and connection, we are kind of operating on a hit and run basis, hit and run marketing, hit and run sales, hit and run connection. Because what we do is we want to hit and get in for what benefits us and then run the other direction to somebody else that we can hit and see what benefits us instead of going deeper, staying in for the long run. And I think communication and connection and collaboration are all born out of the heartfelt purpose of really getting to know somebody. Like I just had a great second chat with a new friend, Christine, who we talked all about Hawaii and our parents and things like that. Never once did we talk about business. We talked again, we're getting to know each other. And I'm very interested in her business and what she does. But we are just getting to know each other and we're going to have another conversation. She's going to be on one of the live streams. We're going to talk again. It's just a matter of continuing that communication pattern to really connect with somebody on a deeper level. You and I, we started on different versions or different volumes of Rattled Awake, and then we got connected through the community of Rattled Awake, which has been an amazing community. And then we were able to get to know each other. We have talked many times now, really get to know more about each other, and we're still getting to know more about each other. But it's so amazing, this whole process. So let me back up and tell everybody a little bit more. What are you as a person all about? And we know you're a coach. We know you do some cool things helping people with their purpose, but tell us, who are you as a person? What about your family? Where are you living? What are you doing?
so I live in Texas. I wasn't born in the US, so I'm an immigrant. So for those who can relate when talk about where I come from, I am an immigrant who came from the Vietnam. So I came to the US with not knowing any English, and my I came to the US and stay in Georgia, and my family's still in Georgia. So if sometime I say I'm here in Georgia because I'm visiting family in Georgia, but I live currently in Texas. And one of the things for me, I am, beside working and all, then they will see me, taking care of my kids. I have two kids. Beside work, I do have a life outside. Um, but my community, far, near and far, and for me, I take it to heart. Russ, is like when people come to my circle, I have a sense of high energy. I pick up sometime if certain people are down. I just check on people, right? And I take people. It could be just being there, being present, just follow up on people. I take the kids to like temple, like they call it like a retreat type, that meditation. My son and my girls, they do meditation. You won't believe. One day, I can record and share with you, Russ. It's like he say his meditation 1 minute is like a portable stress ball that he can take anywhere he goes, and that's the power that we can help and pass on to our generations to empower them to deal with the emotions, anything that come, but turn anything negative to a positive. And I think from the experience that I see, and it's my life. When you talk about, if it seemed like I have a lot of wonderful, but I live in adversity, right? And when people say adversity, it's every day. And you know one of the things, I won't go into a lot, but community. I'm so blessed to be a part of so many, like the Hounds of Business. We are in different collaboration now with Dr. Constant Leland, with Beyond Boundaries. But the I take everything, even my life goal. But if things, I send somebody who's a little bit about me, so you can see is, if I send something and somebody's down, I'm gonna make sure they're up. I'm gonna elevate them. I'm gonna cheer them up, like sincerely. It's not something. There's no incentive. There's nothing. There's nothing return. And I think when you do that with a heart, and I take that every sense of it to the neighbors are near, and my when I take the kids to the park, I see anything that people are down, I'm aware of my surrounding, and I'm conscious of sometimes the kid doesn't have their parents picking up the kids at the bus stop. I make sure that I get the kids drop off, and the mom would say, "Oh, thank you. I was almost late." And I'll say, "No worries. The bus driver know who I am, so I'll take care of Ethan." So those kind of thing is when you really sincerely care, and you generate that love and kindness and that empathy and compassion to care for one another, the neighbors and people that interact and be open into your world, you're able to not only be a part of them. And I just feel that people come to you, there's always a reason. It teach you a lesson, right? It teach
Right.
you patient. It teach you a lot of things that you should be grateful for. You should be blessed for what we have, right? When we look up, we compare, we look at it, say, you're nobody. But when you look down, there's so many people who are much less fortunate than us. How can we serve? How we can give back? Even if I have nothing, let's break that little bread. Let's break that. And I think when you show up that way, your kids, my kids see it. And one of the things, my biggest present, Russ, like my son will write like a note to Santa, and he's saying how wonderful his mom, and he's saying that my mom is the sweetest, kind, and like he just show how much his feeling, and he knows everything I do. He say, "Mom will wake up in the middle of the night when we put, she put us to sleep, and she'll be working, so." It's those are things that I see that the kids, when they're little, they're not kids. They're very smart. They aware of everything that we do. So that's why I want, to really people that think that, oh, they're too small, they're not going to hear us. Everything they take everything in, from our word to our actions, right? That is
That
why.
is, I was going to say that, I'm sorry to break in. That is such a great point because what that means is kids are a little simpler, right? Simplicity, and they're just observing and they're seeing the actions of others and moving that direction. And I think sometimes we complicate life so much. We complicate connection and relationships, right? We put a whole lot, we get in our own way with those kind of things instead of, like you said, having a heart of giving, serving. By the way, I want to throw a little something we have in common. So you originally were from Vietnam. My
Yes.
daughter, who's a worship pastor, who's an amazing young lady, she has been to Vietnam the last 2 years and
Wow.
she's been able to visit and see that wonderful country. And so, yeah, it's nice to be able to, um, see other cultures and what people come from. Have you had a chance to go back to Vietnam at all?
Um, I have, and it changed, and I think it's because maybe not only, of course, modern and technology, but I have been back when two time. One was when my grandmother was ill and sick, and we were in college, and we know that if we don't just buy the ticket and hop back, we might not be able to see her. So we were blessed enough to be able to see her at the moment when we fly back to go back to school is when she passed away. And I think it's is she hold on to that whatever left of her strength to see her daughter coming home and her grandkids coming home to see her for the last time, and then we say farewell, and then my Mother's Day, but she still did not pass until my mom came back to the US after us, and she passed away. And that is why I think when you see things that is very important to you, you have to do it now. Like, you know how when we say the power of now, it's so important because the people in our life you never guarantee, even ourselves. Like I'm talking right now, meaning let's say tomorrow you find out news not here, but you will remember who I am. My essence will stay. You know what I'm about, right? Because when you really get to know one another, you know what you meant for and what the impact will have a lasting impact, right? The people, the memories of you and us, they will carry through. And so when we live each day with a gratitude and always hone in, we have to look at it. What are you here for? How can I serve and help others? And even if it's marketing, if it's a sales strategy, even if you're trying to scale your business, but you're looking at just making money for yourself and you're not serving the people, if you not imagine yourself on the other side and say, how would you want to be treated on the other side? And you just want to grab and just suck all the energy and funds and everything, do you think you would want to be treated that way? And I think sometimes
Right.
the reverse psychology, that's where you need to go back to the fundamental of who we are. Like what you say, don't complicate things, right? It's very simple,
Yep.
but simple for us might not simple for other because they see the strategy is so much, um, and do this, do that, and sometimes it's just plain simple of getting to know one another, know your pain points, know your client
Right.
pain points, right? Know the
Right. Don't
people what they're suffering.
right. Don't go beyond the human factor to begin with. And I think what we do is we skip over the human connection factor and we skip over the focus of what the real purpose is and all that we do. So no matter what kind of business you're in out there, everybody, whatever marketing sales you're doing, whatever product you're selling, service, whatever, your business is made up of people. I love what Zig Ziglar says. You build the people and then the people build your business. And what that means is you focus on the people and you care. I love what John Maxwell says. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Are you caring
Yes,
about people? Are you giving to people? Are you loving people? That makes all the difference in the world because then you have a strong foundation for what you're doing. You have a purpose and a reason for whatever you're doing. And it goes way beyond selling or producing something. It all starts with the people that you're dealing with. And I think, New, you are so great at that. And you're such a great connector. So I've got to wrap things up here for today's show, but I want you to give everybody your gold nugget of today and what you want them to remember. and then tell everybody how they get in touch with you.
I think for me, it's be mindful that our thoughts can generate our own reality because it starts with our thoughts. If our thoughts are positive, you want abundance, you want whatever life, it starts with our thoughts. And put that thoughts into action, you're gonna see not only you become unstoppable and you be extraordinary and live a life so that way you give inspiration, you give motivations for others to see that you can do it too when you have nothing. You come from nothing, but that's where you we all start. So don't compare anyone's middle to your beginning. Live the life that you want to live. Be the change that you want to see in the world, and always put people over everything.
Right.
You have to build your community before you build your bank account. That is, I think, no matter what business, and then if you just looking for making money and quick, your community is not going to be there because they know what you're all about. And I
Right.
think, when we going circle back to, your health is your highest, your biggest asset. And if you don't take care of your own well-being, and our mental health is very important, and you deserve that more than ever. So you gotta have self-care, self-love, give yourself some love, kindness, some empathy, and compassion, and then pass it on because the world
Amen.
need more love and kindness and some compassion. So I'm
Amen.
so
That's right.
grateful and honored to be here. And I'm gonna drop some other things that the community I think will benefit on, on the show notes and stuff. But it's just one thing I want to share with you. You probably excited, Russ. You know, we didn't celebrate here, but I made the top 50 of most influential in the pharmacy leaders. Can you
Woo!
believe?
That's awesome. That
Yes,
is
and
so
I don't see
congratulations.
it like that, but I see it as let's motivate people, let's inspire, let's get people unstuck, unblocked, and let's get them live the life that they want, and let's help
Amen.
others.
Amen.
Lift others up while you go up. So I love you. If you don't know Russ, you have to connect with Russ and and really, that's what it's all about. I genuinely care and adore and love your heart and soul. So I'm always
Thank you.
love you, appreciate you, my friend.
Ditto. Ditto for sure. And listen, you all need to connect with New, and you can go connect with her on LinkedIn at Dr Nhu Truong. And is there any other spots where you want people to connect with you, New?
I do have a YouTube, and I think they can have under same Dr. Nhu Truong. They can search that, and I have a YouTube there.
Okay.
Um, but mainly, they can reach out, DM me on LinkedIn. I do have a website or KN Health Consultant, but I'm always here on LinkedIn, so they can
Awesome.
always reach
Awesome.
out to me. Thank you so much. Oh, come see me on Friday, Russ, if you're available for the Mindful Mingle. I have the audio LinkedIn audio event every Friday, and it's on the
All
show
right.
notes also.
All right. So that'll be in the show notes about Friday. I'll do my best to get there on Friday. And then also, New's going to drop some opportunities in there for people that are, there's some government funding and things that you were going to drop in. New, do you want to talk about that real quick before we end?
Yeah, so it's by the ACP, the Affordable Connectivity Program by the government funds, and they can sign up for those who are eligible. They can get the tablet free with like $10 and 1 cent, something like that, and it's a brand new Lenovo tablet with free internet service. But it's for
Wow.
and it's government fund and through Adaptive Strategies Group, and there's a lot to come. I'm going to roll out a lot of different programs. Stay tuned with Dr. Constance Leland and with the Hounds of Business. I want to help people get well, and there's a lot to come, so stay tuned. But I love you, I appreciate you, and I always pray those who come across with us to always be healthy, happy, and have a life not only with love, joy, and really no one suffer. And those who are in the healing, may they always be healthy and have a speedy and healthy recovery. And I know that if you have a lost one, I pray that those are in the grief to really heal. And things always happen to us for a reason. So
Yep.
just take everything and appreciate every moment we have. And the moment we have is the present itself, the power of now. So
Yeah. Amen. Amen. That's it. Be present and love your life. Love each other. Nhu, you are amazing. Appreciate and love you. And thank you for coming on today. And I'm going to say goodbye, but hang tight in the show notes. Hang tight in the green room. I'll be right there. All your information is in the show notes, so you guys can click on it and connect. So Nhu, we'll see you in just a minute. Thank you. All right. Wow. Okay. Amazing. I'm telling you, it gets better every week. I'm so thankful for everybody here today. What a blessing all of you are. Don't forget, if you missed the marketing tip of the day about networking and engaging, that will show up in not only on YouTube, but it'll show up on the social media and a clip all by itself soon. Put those little tidbits out to help you move you forward. And Nhu is doing amazing things. You've got to connect with her. All of her information is on the screen currently, but also has been available to you. And I will actually, as we go out here today, it's ticking along the bottom. But I just want to tell all of you how much I appreciate her, because she thinks about everybody else. But you also get out there, live a blessed life, think of others, give, and make life better. Love people, right? Use that unconditional love that helps get us all moving in the right direction. And we are definitely better together for sure. And with that note, don't forget, we're here every Monday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for your listening and viewing pleasure. This also converts to audio podcast. Not only does it sit on the platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube for infinity and beyond, so you can watch on replay and you can share it with your friends even after the event, but you can also listen to it on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, whatever your favorite podcast network is, your favorite podcast platform. And we would love for you to do that as well and share that. So until we see you again, have an amazing day, an amazing life. We'll talk to you soon next Monday. See everybody. Bye.
Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. Be sure to subscribe in your favorite podcast app so that you don't miss a single episode. Have an amazing day.